What if the devil himself whispered your name, promising power beyond imagination, only to betray you in the end? That's the story of Iblis, the enigmatic figure in Islam whose rebellion against God shaped the course of human history. Stick with me until the end to uncover the shocking truth about Iblis, his origins, his schemes, and what his story means for you today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the mysteries of faith. Let's begin with a question that has echoed through centuries. Who is Iblis, and why does he matter? In Islam, Iblis is not just a name, he's the embodiment of pride, defiance, and deception. Known as the Islamic counterpart to Satan, his story is a profound lesson woven into the very fabric of the Quran, offering warnings and wisdom for every believer. To understand Iblis, we need to go back to the beginning, before humanity, before the world as we know it, to a time when divine commands and celestial beings set the stage for an eternal struggle. The Quran, the ultimate source of guidance in Islam, introduces Iblis in several key verses, painting a vivid picture of his character and motivations. He first appears in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 34, during the creation of Adam. God commands all the angels to bow to Adam, a gesture of respect for this new creation made from clay. The angels comply, but Iblis refuses. Why? His pride. He declares, "I am better than him. You created me from fire, and him from clay." This single act of defiance marks Iblis as the archetype of arrogance, setting him on a path of enmity against humanity. Let's unpack this moment, because it's the cornerstone of his story. Iblis, according to Islamic tradition, was not an angel, though he was among them. The Quran consistently describes angels as obedient beings who never defy God, yet Iblis, a jinn created from smokeless fire, was in their company. Jinn, unlike angels, have free will, much like humans. This distinction is critical. While angels are bound to God's command, Iblis's ability to choose led to his rebellion. His refusal to bow wasn't just a snub to Adam, it was a direct challenge to God's authority. This moment, detailed in surahs like Al-Araf, 7:11-18, and Sad, 38:71-85, reveals his core flaw, pride, or kibr in Arabic, a sin so grave it's considered the root of all spiritual corruption in Islam. But who are the jinn? To understand Iblis, we need to understand his nature. The Quran dedicates an entire chapter, Surah Al-Jinn, to these beings. Jinn are invisible, intelligent creatures with free will, capable of both good and evil. Unlike humans, who are made of clay, jinn are created from a smokeless flame, as mentioned in Surah Ar-Rahman, 55:15. They exist in a parallel world, sometimes interacting with humans, as seen in stories of possession or inspiration. Iblis, as a jinn, was elevated to a high rank, close to the angels, which makes his fall all the more dramatic. His story isn't just about disobedience, it's about the dangers of ego and the consequences of rejecting divine wisdom. After his refusal to bow, Iblis faces God's judgment. In Surah Al-Hijr, 15:32-43, God curses him, but Iblis requests a reprieve until the day of judgment to lead humans astray. God grants this, not as a favor, but as a test for humanity. Iblis vows, "I will surely mislead them all, except your chosen servants." This sets the stage for his role as the tempter, whispering doubts and desires to lead humans away from God's path. The Quran emphasizes that Iblis has no real power over humans, only the ability to suggest. As stated in Surah Ibrahim, 14:22, Satan has no authority over them, except to invite them so that they may be tested. Let's pause here. This is a pivotal moment. Iblis isn't a god or a rival deity, he's a created being with limited influence. His power lies in waswasa, the subtle whispers that exploit human weaknesses, greed, envy, lust, or doubt. Think of it like a voice in your head, nudging you toward that one bad decision. Ever felt that? That's the Islamic concept of Iblis at work. If this is hitting home, hit that subscribe button, because we're diving deeper into how this plays out in everyday life. The Quran recounts Iblis's first major move against humanity in the story of Adam and Eve, found in Surah Al-Araf, 7:19-25. After his expulsion, Iblis targets Adam and his wife in paradise, whispering to them about the forbidden tree. He lies, saying it will grant them immortality or divine status. They eat, and the consequences are immediate. they're expelled from paradise, setting the precedent for human vulnerability to temptation. This narrative isn't just a cautionary tale, it's a blueprint for understanding how Iblis operates, through deception and half-truths, preying on our desires for more than what God has ordained. But why does God allow Iblis to tempt humanity? This is where Islamic theology gets profound. Free will is central to human existence. Surah Al-Insan 76:3 says, "We showed him the way, whether he be grateful or ungrateful." Temptation is a test, a way to distinguish those who choose righteousness from those who follow their base desires. Iblis's role, as explained in Surah Al-Isra 17:61-65, is to expose human weaknesses, giving us the chance to grow spiritually by resisting him. It's like a cosmic gym, every temptation is a rep that strengthens your faith if you push through it. Islamic tradition expands on Iblis through hadiths and scholarly interpretations. In Sahih Muslim, the Prophet Muhammad warns, Satan flows through the son of Adam like blood. This vivid imagery suggests how insidious Iblis's influence can be, infiltrating thoughts and impulses. Yet, Islam offers protection. Reciting Ayat al-Kursi, Surah al-Baqarah 2:255, or the last two verses of Surah al-Baqarah is said to shield believers from Iblis's whispers. Regular prayer, charity, and remembrance of God, dhikr, are practical defenses, grounding the believer in divine guidance. Let's explore Iblis's tactics further. The Quran describes him as a master of disguise, often presenting evil as good. In Surah Al-An'am 6:112, he's linked to shayatan, devils, among jinn and humans who inspire deceptive speech. Ever been swayed by a too-good-to-be-true offer? That's Iblis's playbook, making the forbidden seem desirable. Scholars like Ibn Kathir explain that Iblis targets emotions like anger or despair, moments when you're most vulnerable. Recognizing these triggers is key to resisting him. Iblis's story also connects to broader Islamic eschatology. On the Day of Judgment, as described in Surah Ibrahim 14:22, Iblis will disown his followers, saying, "I had no authority over you, I only invited you, and you responded." This underscores personal responsibility. Humans can't blame Iblis for their choices. His ultimate fate, according to Surah Al-Shar 94:1-8, is the fire, a punishment for his rebellion and corruption. But until then, he remains humanity's adversary, testing our resolve. Now, let's talk about Iblis in Islamic culture. Beyond the Quran, his story has inspired countless sermons, poems, and treatises. Scholars like Al-Ghazali emphasize humility as the antidote to Iblis's pride. Sufi mystics view the struggle against Iblis as an inner jihad, a battle against the ego, nafs. Stories of prophets resisting temptation, like Yusuf in Surah Yusuf 12:23-24, reinforce this. Iblis's influence extends to folklore, where he's depicted as a cunning trickster, yet always outwitted by faith. What does this mean for us today? Iblis represents the universal struggle against pride, envy, and temptation. Every time you face a moral dilemma, whether to cheat, lie, or give in to anger, that's Iblis whispering. The Quran's answer is simple but profound: seek refuge in God. Surah An-Nas 114:1-6 urges believers to seek protection from the whisperer who withdraws. Practical steps like mindfulness, gratitude, and community support help you stay vigilant. If you're finding this perspective eye-opening, subscribe to the channel for more insights into faith and life. Let's reflect on Iblis's legacy. His story isn't just about a rebellious jinn, it's a mirror for our own flaws. Pride led to his fall, and it can lead to ours. The Quran warns in Surah Luqman 31:18, "Do not turn your cheek in scorn toward people, nor walk insolently on the earth." Humility, sincerity, and reliance on God are our shields. Iblis's defeat comes not through confrontation but through consistent, small acts of faith. So, what's the shocking truth about Iblis? He's not the all-powerful devil of popular imagination. He's a defeated foe, limited by God's decree, whose only weapon is suggestion. Your power to choose, your free will, is stronger than his whispers. Every time you resist temptation, you prove him wrong. That's the ultimate victory. If this journey through Iblis's story has sparked your curiosity, hit that subscribe button and join us for more explorations of faith's deepest questions.